What an absolutely perfect place to start off this video here in Uluwatu, friends. It is a beautiful morning. The waves are a little bit too strong for swimming, but it is absolutely stunning. This is my second time here in Bali. I was here in 2022 and I did release some videos on some of the main places I stayed, like Canggu and Ubud. And even though I did come down here to Uluwatu area, I never released a video, so that changes today. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys an overview of this beautiful area, share some of my favorite places, and then you can decide for yourselves which of the three trifecta, Canggu, Ubud, or Uluwatu, really is best. Absolutely shocked that I am the first person here this morning. Usually this place is packed, and even though it's very difficult to choose, I would say that Baked is in my top 3, which is, you know, a very honorable spot for best breakfast places here in Uluwatu. They have some really fantastic eggs benny. They have avocado toast, of course, and they also have really good coffee. Now, the other reason why I love this cafe is because it definitely has the best internet in Uluwatu, at least that I have found. I don't know what the difference is, but for whatever reason, the internet speed is not quite as good overall here in Uluwatu area compared to the digital nomad mecca of Canggu. So if you need fast Wi-Fi and a good place to work remotely, they have like plugs underneath the benches here. This is a fantastic choice. But if you are going to be doing that and using public Wi-Fi, I would greatly recommend protecting yourself with a good VPN. So a big thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. I have used their VPN in over probably 24 countries. And for those of you who don't know, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, meaning it encrypts your data and keeps you safe from hackers. You can also change your location virtually with a VPN, meaning it can help you get past geo-blocks, any sort of blocked websites when you visit a country, and also it helps you access more streaming libraries, so you have more options when it comes to Netflix and Hulu. And with the Surfshark One package, you can add on a security combo like Surfshark Alert and antivirus to keep your devices and personal information safe. So right now, Surfshark is having a very special promotion where if you use my code Alina Mcleod, you will get 3 months for free. I'm going to have a link in the description and would definitely recommend that you guys use a good VPN, whether you are traveling or at home. Look at this beauty, guys. What a perfect breakfast of a slightly different kinds of eggs benny. I guess it's a Korean kind that has that gochujang sauce, if I'm saying that correctly. A little bit of a spicy kick to it with wilted spinach, bacon, really nice sourdough, and yeah, just a perfect breakfast. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I actually did not have that positive of an experience of Uluwatu. The last time I came here in 2022, I spent about a week and a half in this area. My main issue was the fact that I could barely get anywhere because it was so difficult to get a ride. I don't know if Grab was just that understaffed at the time or if I just had really bad luck, but literally 50% of the time that I would try and get a ride somewhere, nobody would take it. Thankfully, this time around, it has been much better. I have been able to get a Grab literally every single time I have tried to get one, so hopefully the situation has improved in that respect. Obviously, the best choice would be to have your own transportation. But as I've said many times in my videos, I really don't recommend driving scooters yourself if you don't have an international license to actually make it legal. And also, it is just much more dangerous if you don't have that experience. Now, what most people come down to Uluwatu for is, of course, the beautiful array of beaches and also the surfing. Right off the bat, I want to say that if you are a beginner surfer, you will fare much better at Canggu Beach when the tide isn't too strong. Uluwatu beaches tend to be more for experienced surfers, people that are comfortable with much bigger waves. I'm of course making a generalization of all the beaches in this area, but the area called Uluwatu Beach itself, this lovely little cove tucked away down some very long stairs, is a fantastic place to go and watch surfers. There's a lot of really cute cafes in this area, and also a really cool mini pool club basically sitting on top of the water. A few kilometers from there is the very popular but kind of small Padang Beach. This is definitely the best place overall to go swimming because it's kind of in an enclave, so there never tends to be that big of waves and the water isn't too deep. Personally, I don't love coming here because it does tend to get quite crowded and there's not a lot of restaurant or drink selection. So in my opinion, by far the best beach in Uluwatu area, but you could argue that it's in Bingen area, is Dreamland Beach. In my opinion, this is the nicest beach in all of Bali that I have been to anyway, because the sand is absolutely perfect here. The water is this stunning aquamarine color. It doesn't actually tend to get that busy just because it is a ways away, but it is absolutely worth the trip. The only thing I don't like about this beach is that they have really jacked up the price of sunbeds, because I guess they can. It is just so much better than a lot of the other beaches. On Canggu Beach, for example, you can get a sunbed all day for $5 US. Here they're charging basically 15, and they don't tend to negotiate down. So unless you plan to spend the whole day here, I'm not sure it's worth it. Personally, I would just bring a towel, and also they have a really nice cafe / restaurant here that you can sit on top of and still have a really nice view and get out of the sun for a while. Also keep in mind that quite a few of Uluwatu's beaches are down some very steep cliffs. There's a lot of big elevation changes in this area, so maybe read the Google reviews before you go to a specific beach if you have any issues with mobility. But overall, I would still say that Dreamland is the most accessible beach. Once you actually drive down to there, there's only a few steps to get onto the beach, and it's super nice. Now, there are so many fantastic restaurants in Uluwatu, but I want to take you guys to one of my absolute favorites, which is Warung Local. So how it works is you basically build your own combo with all of these different options that they have here, a lot of Indonesian classics, and for a whole plate of food it is like $3 or $4 US. It is super delicious. What a fantastic meal, guys. I got the nasi campur platter with beef rendang, got some sweet tempeh, tofu curry, veggie curry, bean sprout salad, and then I decided to try something new, which is, I think it's called Beres Senchur. I hope I'm not butchering that, but it's a sort of local rice drink that has some cinnamon. But yeah, all of this together was like $4 US, and it is super good. So I already know that I'm going to love the meal, but the drink I have never had before, so let's give that a try. That's kind of weird, if I'm being honest. That is definitely thicker than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be like a very light sort of drink, but it's kind of thick and kind of has a bit of a grittiness to it. I don't know if that's the cinnamon, but interesting. Like, I think to go with the food, it'll be really nice, but totally different than I was expecting. This is an absolutely stunning area. I'm so glad I got to catch it at sunset, because I imagine if you came here midday, it would be a bit too hot. Now, sadly, you can't go inside of the temple. A lot of what was actually on the main top of the cliff you can't really go into, but just walking around the area is absolutely worth it. But it is getting closer to 7 p.m., so I am going to head back all the way to the main cliff for the start of the show. And that is it, guys. That was my few fabulous days in Uluwatu. I had a much better time this trip around than I did last time, and would definitely come back to this area. One other thing that I feel is important to mention, that if you want to get a budget-friendly accommodation in this area, I would really recommend booking as far ahead of time as possible. In my experience, Uluwatu does not have enough accommodation selection for the amount of people that like to visit this area, especially if you want something nice for a more reasonable price. Book as far ahead of time as you can. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for my next videos from the beautiful island of Bali. As always, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye, guys.